HD Nation! Hey, we got some more questions for Stump the Creator. So for this Monday, we've got 2 from Dayne and 1 from Sean. So I'm going to start off with 1 from Dayne. And this one is, what would happen if I played the Apollo program and used it to have 6 cards in my hand and then an opponent reversed it? Okay, so first off, the Apollo program, let me find it. Got my handy dandy book again. So the Apollo program, going to the events, Apollo, give me 1 second to bring this up. Okay, the Apollo program, for some reason it's not in my book, but I do have it right here. Sure hope so. Uh-oh. I know exactly where it is though. Give me 1 second. As I said, I don't read these beforehand because I want to keep them as give you the ability to stump me without give me any extra time to figure it out. So the Apollo program, it says, choose. Your people are inspired for the next 3 turns. You may have 6 cards in your hand or increase 100 morale per turn. Okay, so that's a great choice. So I can get 100 morale per turn or get 6 cards in my hand. Now, because it's an event, there's a lot of cards out there that will say reverse an event card. Here's the thing. I couldn't actually tell you what wow, wait a second. Wait, did someone just stump me? Dayne, you might have just stumped me. I'm thinking about this. Give me 1 second to think about it. The reverse of this one, and I guess a lot of the event cards that don't have to do with your opponent. Wait a second. So, okay, Dayne, I'm going to ask for clarification because there are interrupt cards that say reverse the card that's played on you, which that's what they all should say. But I'm looking for. Let's see. Immediately stop any event card affecting effects when played against you. I see a whole bunch of those, so there might actually be a card that says reverse any event card. So in that sense, the reverse of that is basically it wouldn't happen. So it's not that it reverses like a number or a situation. It's just basically you play it, you get extra. If I play it and I get extra points or extra cards to play in my hand and someone reverses it, basically means I don't get it, right? Because it's not played on you, so it doesn't reverse it back to me. If I'm playing this, instead of getting those abilities, reversing it is basically nothing happens. It goes away. But good question. So yeah, the reverse is basically nothing happens. The event card's obsolete. There are some event cards in here. At the same time, I would like to see, Dayne, if you could find a card that says reverse any event card flat out. I mean, if it does not say played against you, because the Apollo program is not played against you as the opponent. So you can't exactly reverse it unless there's a card that says reverse any card. So if anybody else can remember any cards that say that, where it's reverse any event card, then yeah. Technically, this would be a question that they shouldn't say that. They should say reverse a card that's played against you, or even played against an opponent. So I guess in that sense it would be. But this is not played against a person. This is more for me. If the reverse is the reverse of getting 6 cards is basically I don't get any more additional benefit from it. So we'll leave it there. Sean. Okay, so for Sean, we've got Ming Warrior's abilities. If I attack an opponent with an explorer and army, so coming from a different country, a different land from a different continent, and the opponent has the Ming Warriors, they will attack me first, then I attack. Do they only attack the 2 cards I used, or the entire land? Now if you're going from another continent, the Ming Warriors have no way of getting to that land. they have to abide by the abilities or the rules of transportation. Transporting between continents, you still need an explorer to get you there. Or you have the some of the technology cards will actually get you there. And some people like Zeppelin will be able to get you there. But without that ability, the Ming Warriors, they could only attack those 2 cards. There's no way for them to get back to that land and attack that land. So, Sean, to answer your question, in order to attack my land, you would have to have some sort of transportation in that land for the Ming Warriors. But it also doesn't say that the Ming Warriors, let's see, let me bring up the Ming Warriors. I'm going to make sure the wording is right before I state something. Due to their speed, when an opponent declares an attack, the Ming Warriors strike first and win the first battle. Okay, so the Ming Warriors attack first. Doesn't say anybody that can transport them or anything like that. So because they cannot be transported, then they have to go after the 2 that are in their land attacking them, which are the Explorer and the card that you sent to attack them. So, Sean, great question. We're going to go to the second question of Dayne. Dayne, your second question for Stump the Creator. If my opponent plays the Crusades card and I reverse it, would one of my spiritual leaders gain 2,000 attack and defense points? Or would one of my opponent's spiritual leaders lose 2,000 attack and defense points? Okay, that's a good question. See, this is an event that's played against you. You have interaction in... Oh, so it's not actually played against you. Let's bring up the Crusades. Okay, so going to the Crusades, you got an event card. Let us find the Crusades. Okay, got the Crusades. It says, if you have a spiritual leader in your battlefield when you play this card, increase their attack and defense by 2,000 points. Okay, so again, if the event card says to, if the interrupt card says to reverse any card that's played against you, the Crusades isn't played against you. They might be getting the abilities, but it's not played against you, it's played inside their own battlefield. So even if it was a reverse and they were with that reverse, because it's not played on you, you would never get the benefits, because reverse on that person's battlefield is not towards somebody else's battlefield. But to your question, if you guys can find me a card that says interrupt, reverse any event card, flat out, doesn't say anything about that's played on me, against me, then yes, Dayne, what you were saying was true. If they play that and you reverse that event card, then their spiritual leader would be negative 2,000 points. Ouch. Yeah, that's like an ultimate automatic win in so many cases. So, good question. The interrupts are, again, you're going to see in the next week or so, but let's see. Yeah, I think you'll be seeing it. No. You saw it last week. That's right. So last week, you would have heard about interrupt cards. Interrupt cards are so valuable. It's during the Tutorial Tuesday. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But it will give you a little bit more information on interrupts and why they're so important. And so interrupt, reverse the events. Those are gold. Those are great cards to have. So I hope you enjoyed this Stump the Creator. Dayne, you came so close. Again, I didn't take any time to read into it beforehand, so I had to think about it for a second. But I think we got it clarified. We need to find an event card that says interrupt, reverse any event card flat out. There's nothing else attached to that ability. If we find that, then we basically go back to the original, what I was saying, that the Apollo program would basically not give them any cards, extra cards. So they can't have 6 cards in their hand. So find me that card if you can. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next week. And actually, I'll talk to you tomorrow on our Tutorial Tuesday. And you'll actually I think you'll quite like this one. This one is on once and constant cards and the choice cards. which actually say choose on them, but they're still called choice cards. So thanks again. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.